Hey warriors, I got something to ask you. What if I were to tell you that there are practices so strong, so primal, so life-changing, that once you begin to live them, you will never look at yourself the same way again? Not in weeks, not in months, but immediately, from the very start. These are not hollow help advice. They're not superficial motivational cliché phase. These are 7 Stoic disciplines that molded emperors, soldiers, and thinkers. Disciplines so piercing they sever weakness. So consistent they muffle chaos. So powerful they'll redefine who you are at your core. But here is the reality most people never encounter. Society doesn't want you to live this way. Why? Because a Stoic man or woman can't be manipulated. A Stoic can't be broken by gossip, by failure, by fear, or even by loss. And in a world designed to keep you distracted, anxious, and dependent, practicing Stoicism is downright rebellion. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, penned these immortal lines. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Do you hear that? Power isn't out there, waiting for you to earn it. It is in here, in your mind, in your habits, in your choices. And when you tap into that inner power, you stop being a prisoner of the world, and you start becoming its master. In this video, I am not here to simply read out Stoic quotes and leave you with mere words. We're going to dive deep into 7 Stoic practices so powerful they will revolutionize who you become. Practices that you can live today, here now, even as you listen to these words. But first, let me warn you. If you watch this halfway, if you skip to the end, you won't see the change. Each practice builds on the last, layer upon layer, so that by the time we're done, you won't only know Stoicism, you'll live it. So sit through to the end. Stay present. And before we get started on practice number 1, make your commitment by dropping this in the comments. Warriors, the first Stoic exercise to transform you into a new person is this: the discipline of perception, becoming able to see reality for what it is, unromanticized, undistorted. Consider this: much of your pain doesn't originate from reality itself. It originates from the narrative you create about reality. A crappy day at the office becomes, my entire career is ruined. A battle with one you love becomes, this relationship is ruined. A slip up becomes, I am a failure. But the Stoics had us realize that reality doesn't have a bias. Things just are. Situations are just situations. They aren't good or bad until your head decides they are. Marcus Aurelius put it this way: if you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your judgment of them, and it is in your power to wipe out that judgment now. Can you sense the power in those words? Your mind is the filter that will decide if life demolishes you or sharpens you. Let me give you an analogy. Think about a storm outside your window. Wind howling, rain drumming against the glass, trees swaying under stress. To everyone else, the storm is unadulterated chaos, something to be feared. But to the Stoic, the storm is simply nature being what nature does. It doesn't matter if you label it good or bad. The storm doesn't care. It just exists. Now here is the Stoic observation. Life itself is that storm, and you, my friend, get to decide whether you spend energy fighting it, or whether you save your energy and meet it straight on. It is called cognitive reframing in modern psychology. The Stoics just referred to it as wisdom. Whenever you hear yourself say, "This is the worst thing ever," catch yourself. Ask yourself, is it really so? Or is it only my opinion making it such? Here is a practice that you can utilize from today on. The next time you become frustrated, stop. Remove the judgments. Tell it to yourself only in terms of fact. Not, my boss embarrassed me, but my boss spoke things in a meeting. Not, I lost everything, but my financial situation changed. Observe how the fire of emotion loses force when you no longer keep adding kindling to it. Epictetus, who was himself a slave at birth but went on to become one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, captured it precisely. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This is not reality denial. It is seeing it as it is, without embellishment, without pity at self, without the lies in your mind, and having seen clearly, then you are in control. Practice number 1 is this one. Reframe your perception. Condition your mind to observe reality the way it is. Because if you master perception, the world ceases to have power over you. If you are ready to take this power, write this in the comments. I see reality as it is. Warriors, if there is one practice that distinguishes the Stoic from the rest of humanity, it is this: the radical concentration on what is within your control, and the radical abandonment of all that is not. Consider how much energy you waste each and every day worrying about things well outside of your control: the weather, the economy, strangers' opinions, your past, which you can't change, your future, which you can't foresee. The Stoics referred to this as the dichotomy of control. Epictetus described it with exquisite clarity. Some things are up to us, and some are not. Simple, sharp, brutal. Your thoughts, your actions, your choices, these are yours, the rest, not yours. Let me illustrate. Suppose you are playing a game of chess. You control your own move, your own strategy, your own state of mind, but not what your opponent will do next, not whether the lights will flicker, the clock expire, or noise disturb you. The only thing that is really yours is your move. Life is the same. Most people spend their lives yelling at the board, pleading with the other player to play another way, cursing at the clock, wanting the noise to cease. The Stoic, he is concerned only with the next move, that is his to play. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself every morning, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Do you notice the trend? The second you release energy on the non-controllable, you free up boundless energy for the controllable. You become no longer a victim of circumstance and a master of response. Here is an exercise for you. The next time you feel crazed, pick up a piece of paper and draw 2 columns. On one side, write what I control, and on the other, what I don't control. Fill it in truthfully. Then burn, yes, burn, the second column. Let go. Release it, train your mind to put effort where it matters. Seneca distilled this with a reality most avoid. We lament oftener in imagination than we suffer in fact. Why? Because we constantly grapple with shadows we cannot grasp, warriors. Practice number 3 is this: become merciless with your concentration. Protect it as if your life were on the line, because in reality it is. The life you are living is the culmination of where your concentration flows. So I want to ask you, are you living your days stuck in fights you can't win, or living them in triumphs you can? If you are willing to take hold of this discipline, leave this in the comments. I own what is mine. I let go what is not. Warrior, you've just stepped through 7 Stoic practices so strong they could redefine you. But the truth is, listening to them isn't enough. Reading them isn't enough. Even agreeing with them by nodding your head isn't enough. Change starts only when you live them. Be quiet when the world needs noise. Remain concentrated when distractions tear you apart. Remain disciplined when weakness calls out your name. And remain triumphant, not because life is simple, but because you don't let it break you. Marcus Aurelius penned his meditations, not for the world, not for disciples, not for accolades, but for himself. His diary was his front line, his mind his kingdom, and his writings became eternal because they were conceived in truth. Now it is your turn. Your life, your mind, your kingdom. The question is, will you leave these practices contained in theory, or will you inscribe them into your everyday reality? Because here is the haunting reality. Most will listen to this and do nothing. They'll click away, return to scrolling, and tomorrow will resemble yesterday. But a few, a small minority, will take these words and wield them as a sword. They'll cut through their excuses. They'll stifle their doubts. They'll overcome the noise and take their life with ironclad discipline. The decision is yours. The practices are here. The path is waiting. So let me ask you, are you the rare one? If you are, comment this below right now. I choose the Stoic path. And prepare yourself, because in the next video we're going even deeper, into a truth so raw, so uncomfortable, that most people will turn away. But if you can handle it, it will set you free forever. Stay silent. Stay focused, stay victorious. Until then, the path is yours to walk.